Welcome to Young Patriots.
The government of Burkina Faso has passed 4 powerful laws in Burkina Faso. So practically, lovely people, 4 laws, serious laws has hit Burkina Faso citizens or the country Burkina Faso. And among these laws are 2 important ones. The first one is how you as a Burkinabe citizen can be stripped off your citizenship even if you are a Burkinabe by birth. The second one is regard to the men who, after all the beautiful ladies in Africa and beyond, beautiful ladies with big nyash, when you go to South Africa, you have them there, You come to Ghana, our women are beautiful, you decide to go for brother man. Man to man is so unjust. Don't go to Burkina Faso. Don't go to Museveni's country also. So Burkina Faso have joined Museveni in declaring that, hey, we are protecting our values. Burkina Faso is rewriting history. Anyway, shout out to the people who always like the video before even watching. That's real support out there. Thank you so much. Now, Burkina Faso is rewriting history. After more than 35 years, the country has just updated its personal family code, a law that touches the very heart of society, marriage, family, inheritance, and even nationality. This reform passed by the Transitional Legislative Assembly on September 1st, 2025 is what we can say one of the boldest legal changes in Africa today. Let's break it down into pieces by pieces. You understand? What does this law mean? What is it? For Burkinabe people, how will it affect marriages, families, and even foreign nationals? And most importantly, how does this fit into Africa's broader struggle for cultural independence and sovereignty? Dive with me, family. Number 1 is the age of majority and marriage. This first big change is about age, lovely people. Burkina Faso has lowered the age of adulthood to 18 years for both men and women. Before, in Burkina Faso, lovely people, marriage was set at 20 years old. Now it is also 18 years, no longer 20 years, but 18 years also. But in the very special cases, this is according to the law, a judge may allow marriage at 16 years old, and this will only be approved for serious reasons. Serious, very serious reasons. It should be serious, and it shouldn't be anything violating minor. This is significant because in many societies, traditional marriage practices clash with modern laws. So by bringing the marriage age in line with social realities, the government of Burkina Faso is trying to balance culture with protection of minors.
Do you know what I'm going to be paying attention to in progressive spaces as a social experiment? The criminalization of homosexuality in Burkina Faso. The government, headed by the decolonial darling Ibrahim Traoré, has decided not only to ban homosexuality, but also introduce jail sentences for it. Mind you, Burkina Faso has never, I repeat, never criminalized homosexuality before this. It didn't criminalize it before French colonization, during French colonization, and up to now. And I'm honestly curious to see what the people who support him here in the West are going to do. Because it is obvious what the people who support French intervention in Africa are going to say. They're going to try to weaponize the criminalization of homosexuality as a proof that Traoré and his government are oppressive and are quashing the existence of a large swath of their population. And while they will be weaponizing this for colonialist reasons, they will also not be wrong. Because if you pass a law criminalizing queerness, that's what you're doing. There's no ifs, no buts, and no maybes. But what will the Western progressives that support him do? Are we going to have a period of intellectualization of something that is utterly unsavory? And to the guys that this is still a country, that is still forming, that we have to have patience? Are we going to see displayed the same attitude that certain Democrats at this moment have towards trans people, which is throw them under the bus because of an idea of a greater good, but displayed by people who are progressive and leftists? Am I and other queer people of color going to have to do innumerable videos about how queerness actually has existed in Africa as a continent for thousands upon thousands of years, for much longer than any monotheistic religion? Are we queer people going to be told time and again that we are selfish by bringing up these issues and not seeing the greater good when on the ground our brothers and our sisters are at this moment potentially petrified, feeling alone and abandoned by the very same people that seem to advocate for their liberation? And what the answer will be to all of these questions of mine, I honestly don't know. Because we live in a really interesting period of history in which we're deconstructing everything. All of the structures of power that have ruled us for the last 50, 60, 70 years. Everything is up in the air. But the attitude that we're having regarding the sides that we pick to support lost nothing of the nature of a football team that we support regardless of the faults that it has. So let's see.
The international community has come out to criticize President Ibrahim Traore for banning LGBTQ practices in Burkina Faso. He has said that if you are caught engaging in such practice, you are going to face about 2 to 5 years term imprisonment and you will pay a huge fine. And for perpetrators that are non-citizens of Burkina Faso, you are going to face deportation immediately. I also forgot to add that there's a level to which you will engage in breaking this LGBTQ plus law in Burkina Faso that you are going to face death penalty. If you have been warned or you commit it to a minor, you are going to face death penalty. Don't think you are free because I said 2 to 5 years. This is an act by President Ibrahim Traore to uphold the family values in Burkina Faso. I told you people in one of my videos that homosexuality and LGBTQ practices is not appreciated in Africa. It's something we frown at. It's not our culture. So if you are a foreigner and you practice LGBTQ in your country, if you find yourself in Africa, you have to make sure you obey the rules. You obey the law of that land that you are in. And don't bring your character there because you are going to be penalized for it. You are going to be penalized heavily for it. We don't care if the international community is angry with President Ibrahim Traore. We don't live based on what they want and what they don't want. It's what the people of Burkina Faso want that their president is going to bring to reality. Not what any foreign country wants. Your opinion does not matter in African affairs. If citizens of your country love it, continue practicing it there. Don't bring it beyond your borders into Africa because we will not take it. Shout out to President Ibrahim Traore. He's always doing what other leaders are afraid to do publicly. You will continue to have my respect.
The heartbeat of
Thank you
African
for standing
resistance.
with us,
We bring you
for
raw,
standing with the
unfiltered
truth,
updates on
and for
Ibrahim
standing
Traore,
with President
President
Ibrahim
of Burkina
Traore.
Faso,
In these
the
trying
man
times,
challenging the
your
global
voice is
system.
powerful.
If you believe
Don't
in
just
truth,
watch, be
power,
part of the
and a
movement.
rising Africa,
Subscribe to
this
stay
is your home.
updated. Share
Subscribe
to
now.
awaken others.
Stand
And
tall.
head to the
Stay
comment
woke.
section. Tell
Young
us how you
patriots,
feel,
where
what you
revolution
believe,
lives.
and what Africa means to you. Together we are louder. Together we are stronger. This is Young Patriots TV, and you are the heartbeat of the mission. Thank you.